The next question is about cholesterol. Um, I love to talk about cholesterol. It's the biggest myth of mankind. You can read really, if you do a deep dive into really what cholesterol is, um, cholesterol is your brain is 80% fat. You need cholesterol. Your veins and arteries. The reason he just talked about it, inflammation. The main cause of a hardening of the arteries or lack of blood flow is not only lack of nitric oxide, but also is inflammation. So think about it. If a pavement cracks and it's too hot over a period of time, it starts to develop these cracks, right? And then what happens is our body does what our body's supposed to do and it tries to heal that. And that's where you develop the plaque. You have cracks, then you develop the plaque on top of it. And then it starts to narrow the veins and arteries. Inflammation is our biggest enemy. Cholesterol is not. When they started putting people on statins and cholesterol lowering medications, the incident they actually thought they would do a clinical study on it because they started to see such a high incidence of depression and suicidal tendencies, particularly in males. And what they found is the lower that they got their cholesterol, the higher that started to manifest. So I just want to encourage everyone, inflammation, inflammation, inflammation. Cardio Miracle is fantastic for that. Cholesterol, I think, stay away from the things that are not from nature. I mean, back in the day, they started, they pushed us to the artificial fats rather than eating the butters and, the coconut oils and olive oil and avocado. Those are all absolutely fantastic for us. So depending on what your comfort level is, because we're not doctors, but just being in this field for, almost 40 years, I would just encourage everyone to just have peace about that conversation with cholesterol because that is not our enemy. Inflammation is, and that's where all the ingredients in Cardio Miracle. I think if we did a day class on Cardio Miracle, we probably couldn't get through all the advantages of all the different ingredients in the product, but
Yeah.
they're all geared to increasing blood flow and decreasing inflammation. So
100%.
if it were me, and if I had a higher cholesterol, or if they're telling you it's a high cholesterol, years ago, a cholesterol 300 was fine. And it was only when the statins came out that they started to give you cholesterol. Now they want cholesterols down to 150. That's insane. That's literally insane. That's just my opinion. It's insane. But when you correlate the amount of depression and difficulty, they are actually right now linking Alzheimer's, dementia to cholesterol lowering medications. So we want to stay away from that. But if it were me, I would do at least 2 to 4 scoops a day and see how you feel. See if we can't get that inflammation, under control. And then I wouldn't be as concerned about the cholesterol.
Yeah, and we like to talk about sometimes we talk about a 60-day challenge, like
Yeah.
write down your symptoms, write down what you're experiencing and try to play with the servings, but the optimal results are going to be around 2 to 4 servings a day, depending on your height, your weight, whatnot, and how well you absorb things and what absorb whole fruits and vegetables. I mean, these are whole fruits and vegetables that we're dealing with, and like I said before, we have no synthetics, so it's something that is really going to help.